welcome. It's pretty late where I am right now. So, since it's night, I decided to make it dark themed. And I think it's been a little bit since I last did a stream. I work on weekends, so my weekends are busier, my weekdays are not as busy. So, here I am. And I played a couple games over the weekend and Friday night. Just wanted to share those, but other than that, well, actually, I also have not checked my Conflict of Nations games for like ages now. That's bad. Yeah. Well, we'll see how this one goes. Something is not right here. Hold on. Something is not right here. I gotta change something. I don't know why it keeps doing this, but it's very annoying. The windows. There we go. Hopefully that fixed the problem. Yeah, hopefully that fixed the problem. Yeah, I think that's good. Well, I thought, you know what? It's been a while since I checked my games, and if I'm gonna do it, I might as well do it on stream. Since it's been a while, since it's been at least 3 days now, I haven't checked these. Well, problem is, if you're gone too long, you will go inactive, and your friends will betray you because they believe you're not playing anymore, so that is why I thought I'd show it to you now. What's going on? 30. Spain? Spain is at war with me? Oh dear God, why is Spain at war with me? Oh great. Indonesia and Spain are at war with me? This is ridiculous. Okay, at least Free West. Shoot. Let me just run down. Oh my gosh, Bermuda. What is it? It's day 43. This was day 43. It's day 44 now. 4:05. Spain is at war. This is ridiculous. They just took Hawaii. I don't even know if I want to continue this game. I've been gone way too long. I'm just gonna run down these. Jeez. Who am I at war with now? It's way too long. Ooh, have I fallen that far down? Wait, one... Free West. Free West is still up there, but Greece, look at him. Holy cow. One... I'm at war with Indonesia, South Korea, and Spain. They're all bigger than me. Wait, hold on. If I start with Bulgaria, who's the only one without a victory site, I'm still up there. I'm still pretty high. Okay, well, I don't know. It's day 44. That's usually pretty late in the game. See if I'm leaving the goal. Oh, First Nations is even more inactive than me. He's been... Well, it still counts the days as 4x, so... 11-7. Who am I at war with? I need to figure it out. Take Hawaii. Man, sure. So ridiculous. They only spawn new games on the weekend, so I have to wait an entire week before I can do anything. What the heck? Why is he not attacking this guy? Okay, well, check the news, I guess. Check the news. My good Jim. You just hit me with missiles. For no reason. Well, just because I was in Bermuda. Takes a while to load. Okay, 42. Reverse chronological order. Jeez, they took out Hawaii. They literally just did it. Tasks. Oh, great. They just took it. This is ridiculous. I lost a homeland city. Whenever I lose a homeland city, I start over because I rarely ever lose a homeland city. Day 40, nothing. This is only like 24 hours ago. This is insane. Well, South Korea's been at me for a long time. I can't remember the last time I was on, actually. This is a bit too much. Wow, he just declared war. Oh, that's weird. Okay. So day 31 was the last time. Actually, maybe day 30. That was the last time I was on. Okay, that's like a third of the game I was gone. That's incredible. Okay, well, maybe I'll just abandon this game. It's ridiculous. Bishop c4. Okay, well maybe this is like queen back to e7. Maybe this is like maybe this is like normal. So in this position, usually what's played is not takes. He doesn't usually take. He plays. Maybe we should trim the number of lines here. So knight f3. Well, I probably transpose as knight c6. Or if you could play bishop e5 here. I don't know, why don't you just play like knight here, I wonder. Bishop c4. Bishop c4. Knight a3 is one move, one game, but the only one where white wins. If you're viewing, please type in the chat. C6, F takes E4. This line is kind of pointless to look at, I think. I don't know if I play G3. I don't like knight F6 or F5. Knight C6 runs into bishop B5. So I don't really want to go into that line. Knight D7. Knight E7. I wonder if knight E7 is playing. But I kind of like G6. Okay, I like G6. F4 bishop G7. F3. Knight F3 is the main move. It's the only move in the database. Let's promote that. Knight D7. Knight D7 is the most played move, so yeah, promote that one. Bishop C4. Knight H6. Knight D7. I guess if he plays F4, this makes sense. Knight H6. Because I assume if you go here, he goes knight here. I don't know, maybe what exactly happens here? Bishop takes F7. So I thought something like that might work, I don't know. And then he has knight E6. This is a Philidor essentially, because he's got the knight E6 idea. So king G8 is the only move that keeps black in the game. And then, yeah. And then you're falling for this. This is a common Philidor trap, I know. Yeah, and then you just have to go back and then lose the rook. And you try to win the knight back. There's a lot of moves you can play here, but let's try the active one. Bishop takes, bishop, king takes. Castle or knight c3. Oh, white's still winning. Yeah, and white's he's should be winning here. White is better, but white is better. Yeah. Well, anyway, don't want to fall for that trap. That's why knight h6 here, just protecting f7. That's interesting. Okay, well, if he doesn't go for f4, okay, well, maybe this is okay. But 4's not played that often. Much more common is d4. Breaking the center. Here I probably want to go bishop g7, but bishop g7 is not recommended. It's the most natural move though. And now knight d7. Oh wow, Nakamura Carlsen. Carlsen's played 2 games in this line. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure if it was. Wait, does it say he's white or black? Not sure. Wait, who's white? I assume Carlsen's white. The top player is white. Okay, that's interesting. And then he was black in this game. Well, that's kind of interesting. So maybe I might go for this one. This makes sense. Well, continuing the line down, I think because the pawn is pinned. Bishop is unprotected. Knight f3. It's fine. And then pawn takes. Bishop c4. Looks like all 3. Looks like an interesting line. Knight h6. Stop it. Protecting f7. Castle. Maybe this is okay. Maybe this line is playable. Maybe it's acceptable for me. Okay. Well, maybe this is a good line. I don't know. What else can I play? c4? Not really expecting that. Let's promote this one. Oh well, I'll have to remember that for next time, but in the game, well, what I usually play is the move c5. And okay, we could follow this line. I've had like at least a couple games that went like this. Yeah, knight f6. Wondering what happens if d6. Trying to prepare e5. d4. d4 is usually played. Bishop b5 definitely makes sense, yeah. But if d4 just takes, pawn takes. If pawn takes, you play d5, okay. I actually kind of like this. This is kind of. And if c4, bishop f5. Bishop f5. London system. If takes, queen takes. If knight c3, queen takes pawn. Looks pretty good. Win a pawn. And if knight f3, threatening knight c3, you take on c3. Bishop takes b1, you can also play e6. e6 preferred. Bishop c4, if he plays knight c3, just pin. That looks nice. And if bishop c4, knight is pinned to queen e4 check. Interesting. Very interesting lines. Yeah, there's some interesting lines here. Bishop e4. I kind of like this. This is kind of interesting. So takes, he takes, d5. Yeah. I don't like this. I faced this opening a few times. d4. So bishop e5 definitely makes more sense to me. If I was a Larsen player, probably would rather play this move. Okay, and bishop d7 definitely makes sense here. Breaking the pin. Does d4 work now? Pawn takes. Pawn takes. There's a check. Check first on a5. Knight c6. Knight c3 is pretty much forced. And now a6. Takes knight, bishop takes. d5, bishop back. Queen d2, breaking the pin. And I don't know about this position, but e6, I wouldn't play e6. I would play, why not? Knight f6 is pretty natural. Castle queenside. g6 is very natural. I don't know. I don't think you can play this. I don't think that you can get away with this. Yeah. Interesting. Oh, the rook is hit. If you take on h8, bishop h6 pinning the rook. We're gonna pick up this rook. Okay, very nice. So rook e2. And what happens next is bishop h6 check. King d1. Fork. So the best move is fork here. This is some crazy line. This is definitely some crazy line. Because the knight is hanging. And only now do we save the rook. We castle. Totally legal. Because you can castle when the rook is in danger. Okay, yeah. Interesting line. Yeah, but d4 still looks really interesting. It's a bit premature though. Yeah, knight f3. Let's try knight f3. There's also knight e2. Knight f3. Well, if I want to pin this knight, I gotta move the bishop again, so I probably won't do that. And now here it suggests e5, which is a move I normally play anyway. That's pretty nice. 4 viewers. Please type in the chat so I'm not talking to myself. Castles. Castles make sense, so there's no queen a5 check. Once white plays d4. So castles. And here knight f6, f5, and e4. If you play a move like bishop e7, I think that's a mistake. It is. This is actually very similar to the game. So bishop e7 with the idea of bishop f6, but unfortunately it's a mistake. f5 turns out to be a good move. You can play knight f6. I don't usually like moving my f pawn though. Personal preference. c4. And if you play d4 here, it's very laggy right now. Go ahead and close that. It's very laggy right now. Here you play e4, and if he plays this, d4, you simply take the knight, and if takes, it's super laggy right now. And if takes knight, pawn takes. I don't know what's going on here. So laggy. Pawn takes. The bishop, the problem is the bishop is hit. So, problem is the bishop is hit. Here you're up. Here you have about 3 pieces. It's 3 minor pieces each. And you're still threatening to take here. So the bishop moves back to d3 and you take on g2. King takes g2 or rook moves. King is exposed here. And now d5. Okay. Yeah. This looks pretty good for black. I mean, the king is just exposed. King is exposed here. This was similar to the game, actually, but this didn't exactly happen. So d4 would be a mistake. Knight f6 is nice. Looking at f5, how is this better? It does support a pawn push to e4. So, say, let's say white plays d4. White always tries to get in d4. Simply play e4. e4 is the only move here, it turns out. And if he plays d5, I'm sure a similar thing happens. If he plays d5, takes knight, pawn takes, bishop d3, takes g2, king takes. And here we actually have queen g5 check. There was a knight on f6 earlier, king h1. Yeah, so this might actually be slightly better. So now knight f6. Rook g1. Queen, but just queen h4. Okay, yeah, this is pretty good. Similar thing happens. I guess there's somewhat of an advantage to doing that, but d4 is a mistake. So c4 is the preferred move. Okay. There's some advantage to f5 here. There's also some advantage to knight f6. Yeah. In here he doesn't want to play d4. He wants to play, it's funny, bishop back to e2, just so that the bishop is not hit by this pawn capture, I assume. So now e4. e4 is a move. G6 is also a move. d4. So here he wants to play d4. g6, d4. If I play e4, knight e1 is the only move that, well, keeps the knight safe. And d5, this is one way to play it. Kind of similar to the game. I will get back to the game in a little bit. d3. Just striking at the pawn center. Well, this is definitely one way to play it. I do like this pawn structure setup. This is the Botvinnik system pawn structure, so I like this. So I'm glad it recommends e5 here. Yeah. This is actually very similar to the game. So knight f3. I'll promote this one. This one makes more sense. Castle. Bishop e7 is a mistake. I'm going to mark that. Come on. Mistake. Whoa, not d4. Bishop e7 is a mistake. Okay. So therefore, knight f6. Promote this one. And also f5. Also playable. Okay. I think I will go back to the game now. So let me plug in my Okay. Yeah. So actually, in the game, knight f3 was played first, and I like the Sicilian anyway. So, and I didn't really expect b3, but you know, b6, e3. Does it matter if I play d6 here, or that's what it does recommend? If I play knight c6, bishop b2, I don't know. Doesn't really matter that much. I can be more flexible here. d6, my intention is to play e5. It's funny, but e3 on move 2 is a mistake, or move 3. Use a mistake, of course, is a natural move. It's funny, it recommends f5 here. Yeah, it probably wants to push e5 too. That's weird. f5, why not? If I move like knight c6, let's play e3, and then it kind of transposes, but then e5. This kind of transposes. So he plays e3, so why is this a mistake? So it does recommend e5. Here I played knight c6, but e5. If he plays bishop b2... No, this is not really... I wouldn't really consider this a mistake. Knight c6. c4. If he plays bishop b5... a6... And if he plays this, c takes d4, pawn takes, e4, queen e2, that makes sense. This move. And yeah, this is basically, yeah, this pawn here is going to solidify the pawn chain. That's nice. It's definitely nice. If you don't play bishop takes, you're basically admitting your mistake and letting black get this in. So a6 does make sense. If you're watching, please type in the chat. Okay, doesn't matter that much. Probably doesn't matter that much, to be honest. Bishop b5. But the other line goes, if I don't play this move, I mean, it's going to transpose, so... This was the game, anyway. Bishop d7 here, I do think it does recommend this. Oh no, it does recommend. It's e5 here. He hasn't brought the... Why not just bishop b2? a6. Yeah, this is the transposition line. It transposes, and then this can be played if d4 is played right. Hello Jack444, how are you? What time is it where you are? It's way past when I normally go to bed. So, but I napped today, so it's good. Don't know how, if I tried to go to sleep now, I probably couldn't. So I might as well get something done, you know? It's 10 a.m. Let me guess where you are. 10 a.m. That's not, you're in European time, aren't you? Yeah. Did I guess correctly? Somewhere in Europe? Yeah. It's a pretty big time zone. Lots of people live in that time zone, so... Yeah. Hey, what country are you from? If you don't mind me asking. Let's see. Here... I don't know, the move I was worried about here was... I was worried he would play d4 and the knight is pinned, but this a6 move forces the bishop to resolve itself. Serbia, wow, you're from Serbia? That's pretty neat. Is chess like really big in Serbia? I went to Croatia last summer, so that's nice. I heard like okay, so at the Pacific Northwest Chess Center, the guy who founded it, he was inspired by this chess tournament in Serbia because everything was like so nice. He made a speech about it. The guy's name is Zhu Hao, and he founded the Pacific Northwest Chess Center, so it's pretty neat. Yeah, so I heard there's like really nice tournaments there or something. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's pretty good. That's great. I mean, players per capita, I think that's pretty nice. I think Armenia is like the best one when it comes to players per capita. Like one of the best countries for chess. Okay, well, anyway. Yeah, a6 really good here. I did not. So the game went. I did not play e5. I played bishop d7. Um. So okay. I don't think is this recommended. Bishop d7 is the third most played move. I would have played e5. That totally makes sense. That's what I would have played in anyway eventually. So in this position he played bishop. Okay. Now e5. Okay, that's good. Now castles, and here I made a mistake. Yeah, this was a mistake. As I saw on the other line, this bishop e7 move's a mistake. Because white achieves d4. And there was actually a problem here during the game. This is the game continuation, by the way. So here I took with a c pawn, and here I miscalculated. I don't know, I forgot to calculate this move, but he didn't play it. So d4, if pawn takes, knight takes, pawn takes, there is bishop takes g7. That is the issue. Because the bishop's on e7, it no longer guards g7. You still there, Jack? Let me know. This is a problem. So, I was thinking the move knight e5, but this loses a pawn at least. So knight takes, and let me just use the engine here. So actually bishop takes is check, and if I take with a knight, he'll still check on g7. So queen takes, and then knight takes knight. He wins a pawn, but it's actually worse than that because c4 makes sense. See, it's worse than that. He's up a pawn here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's up a pawn. He's got this pass pawn. This is looking kind of strong, and he's got the pawn chain. This pawn might not be so strong. Yeah. I think he. Let's play some moves just to see what would happen. Here it suggests knight g4. If I just castle, d6 immediately, bishop d8, and knight c3. The pawn's apparently very strong. d6, queen e6 makes sense. Attacking the bishop. Hold on, let me read your comment. Knight of 3 flexible systems are so confusing. Interesting. Flexible systems. I wouldn't say it's confusing. I think, yeah, I mean, they're flexible. You don't have to memorize a bunch of moves, I don't think, like in the Sicilian. I don't know, you gotta concentrate on ideas. I think you gotta just concentrate on the ideas, like controlling the center, for instance. But, okay, well, if you play a few more moves here, you can see why white's better. So bishop f4. Well, it's just really strong d6 pawn that I'm seeing here. And the knight can even come in here. The knight can come into d5. Bishop b6. Queen d2. Let's say white plays, let's say black plays, rook d8. And, we'll try to attack the pawn, but the knight comes into d5. Let's just say we make an escape square. Oh yeah, that's a threat. Yeah, that's definitely a threat. Okay. So yeah, I can tell white is dominating. We got a trade here. Pretty much. And it says trade queens, and now white's even more winning, so it's +3 now. And now, yeah, I'd just like to continue the line. That's interesting. Do you have an account on Lichess? You can. Lines are more forced. Forced. I don't know if forced is the right word for it, but there's a lot of things you can play against e4, and you gotta memorize the theory, I guess. And the Italian is one opening. That's just really complicated. So, what's your are you the same on Lichess, like your handle, Jack? 444. You can add me on Lichess. Just follow me or whatever. I can see what your rating is and stuff. So, okay, well, I don't think I need to go any further in this. This is guarding that, so there's probably no reason to go further here. But yeah, this was a miscalculation. Here, yeah, bishop e7 was just a mistake, and I just missed. I missed d4, so he made a mistake. He took the knight. Okay. Oh, well, definitely, you can follow me, or you can challenge me if you want. Oh, don't worry. I'll be the one who's embarrassing myself. Don't you worry about it. Yeah. Do you like the music, by the way? Is the music good? Is it the right volume? I have this. I'm very particular about that. So, after takes, there is... Okay, so here you gotta play e-takes. Pretty much. Now I got this isolated pawn. And the king's on the open file. King is on the open file. Yeah, so if you like my stream, please follow. I'd appreciate it greatly. Queen e2. Yeah, I already don't like this position, but black is almost castled, so rook e1 stops castling because there's bishop takes, and then queen takes bishop. So knight d5 and c4. You could also just take the pawn, couldn't you? Could you not just take the pawn here? Yeah, you could also do that. Then we castle. So anyway, c4 attacks the knight, gets it to move. If you take en passant, knight c3 attacks the knight and forces it to move. The knight has to defend the bishop in order for black to castle. So the knight comes back, attacks the bishop, and already this is not looking good. I don't like this position. So yeah, big mistake was this bishop e7, but then also, even after that, I could take with the e-pawn maybe? Take with the e-pawn. It transposes. Knight takes, pawn takes e4. Thank you for the follow, Jack. It's well appreciated. I want to get to 50 followers. So, that's like the next step. It's a ways away. First I gotta get to 20 followers. So yeah, every follow counts. Thank you. I probably should plug something in here. Probably should plug this in. Stay. Maybe that's okay. Well, anyway, he made a huge mistake here. So in this position, better than bishop e7 is, I'm sure knight f6, even just e4 here. Bishop guards g7. And then the knight has to go back, and then d5. Or, yeah, wait. Knight f6 or d5. This is one way to play, but c4 attacks the pawn. Okay, now a6 takes. Bishop takes. Ugh, I don't know, I like... Apparently this is good. If you play pawn takes... I like pawn takes, it's more solid. Defends the pawn, so... But at the same time, I got double pawns. He can just keep this pawn here, and I have double pawns. Oh, white is better. Oh gosh. Ugh. Okay, this is one way to play it. You don't have to play d5. You can play knight f6, I suppose. You don't have to play e4 either. You can play, well, I guess it's, I don't know. It's probably best. Yeah, but bishop e7 is just bad. Yeah. I'll just mark that. Okay. Well, anyway, he made a huge mistake. He took the knight. That was... I knew that was a mistake during the game. Simply because I can take with the pawn and then d5. It's not as strong anymore. Like... Okay, here it says... Right now he's threatening bishop takes g7, so... but at least there's no knight to attack on c6, so... Bishop f6. Trading off. Ooh, why not queen takes? You hit the knight. Oh, there's knight d4. Wait, hold on a sec. Oh, that's funny. Only move d takes c6. But we do hit the rook and the knight. Bishop g4, bishop takes c6. Bishop h3. Bishop h3. I guess there's a point to bishop h3 because if takes, then takes, and you're threatening this. Checkmate. So, I'm curious to see what happens if you take the knight. Takes knight, takes bishop, king f8. If king takes, he just develops. The king's in the center. I think this is a threat. Okay, and if... Okay, whatever. And if we take the rook here, it's even worse. Now if you play king f8, just queen takes d6. Mate in 3. Promotion. Okay, do we need to see the end of this? Maybe. Wow. That's interesting. Queen takes f6, so I guess knight takes f6 is slightly better. But white no longer has an advantage. Takes, bishop takes. Knight d4. Bishop just goes back to save itself. Okay, okay, I'm just gonna continue. Very good question. I can actually figure it out really quickly, but I can actually figure it out really quickly. What do I press again? Okay. Okay, well, This was a huge mistake. So he didn't even play d4. He played knight back. But the problem here is I just get a huge pawn center. Just a huge pawn center, and it can't easily be attacked. So, yeah, I found f5 here because I knew that this pawn would be really strong. And this is supported by a pawn, and it's just really strong. This pawn structure here. And, yeah. Queen, bishop a3, bishop a3. Well, let's just continue. Knight, that's the same. Okay, and then the knight comes in. Castle. Okay, this position gets more interesting. 5 viewers, welcome. Please type in the chat if you're watching. Glad to see a decent number of viewers. f4. Just stopping any pawn breaks, I suppose. He played f3, which kind of makes sense, but this is not going to do anything. This pawn's still going to be really strong here if he takes. Bishop d6. Bishop d6 makes sense. I should have played this move first because rook... that wasn't even the best move, but bishop d6 makes sense, so at least rook c8 does not come with a threat. And in fact, this is -3. This is just... So knight h4. And the threat is to go, I assume, here? Yeah, so that looks like a big threat. I can... Yeah, that's what I thought. So here it says takes. Bishop takes h7. This is going... Yep, I think I see what's going on here. h4. And then knight g3. It's pretty neat. I'm hitting... Yeah, it's a fork. Okay, well. Yeah, I guess the queen doesn't need to be on c7. The bishop's much more strong anyway. The queen can also come out on this diagonal. That's why queen c7 isn't as good, but this isn't even the best move, but it does come with this threat. And then knight takes with a discovery. Attacking the queen. But you should take immediately because let me figure out why. Oh, a rook. Oh, I see. It recommends sacking a rook. Take with the bishop so as not to get forked. Then knight takes. Okay, so he picks up a pawn, sacking the exchange. I see. And the queen is hit. Yeah, that can be a problem. Then knight takes bishop. Yeah. I'm wondering if... What if he just does it here? Takes... What if he takes here? What if he takes here? Rook takes, and then he takes here. Rook h3, very strong. Okay. Bishop and rook converge on h7. This is okay. And white is down in exchange. So that's nice. Okay. Well, yeah. Queen c7. Okay. Not the best move, but okay. This wasn't the best move either. So bishop d6, huge threat here, I think. Pretty huge. Yeah, so this is correct, I believe. Bishop d6. Yeah, I thought he should play g3 here, but did I say e3 in the game? I'm not sure, but the point is, if he takes it, ooh, f4 is pretty big. f4 is pretty big. Ooh, hit the queen first. Well, actually, you know what? Take. Okay. Queen has to keep the knight defended. Queen d6? What's the point of queen d6? Okay, what's the point of queen d6? Oh, okay, so the point is to swing the queen over this way. Oh, wow. Yep, that's pretty brutal. That's pretty brutal. Yeah, g3 at least stops any sacking ideas. If he plays h3, trying to save the pawn. Now the dark squares are super weak, so knight, bishop h2 first. If you king f2, then queen just comes in. Or, yeah, I assume that's the... Oh yeah, it's mate in 2. Just pawn push mate. That's pretty cool. And now knight h5 with this huge threat. And yeah, that looks... I remember having a game similar to this like a long time ago, where this whole thing happened. This whole fork idea. That's obviously really bad. So he didn't do either of those. He played takes. And here I took. Yep. And now... Knight h5 was even stronger. Yeah, that move gave away the advantage. So yeah, the same idea, just aiming to come in here. I see. But okay, this move, okay, I just played this move to, well, obviously the other move was much stronger, so here, this is another mistake, because queen h5, here he could, well, if he takes here, and I play queen h5, now there's knight f3, because it vacates the square. No discovery works, because he'll just take my queen. Yeah. So here, he misses a tempo, a critical tempo here. Now he's forced to play g3. g4 is also, yeah. So takes, and then king g1. It's pretty bad here, but let's see. I did not see knight h4. I just took the pawn. Knight h4 though, if he takes my bishop, knight comes in, and looks like mate is gonna come because the queen has to defend this, but the queen cannot possibly defend it because it's all covered. Yeah. Rook ce1, just giving up the queen with check. It's the best move. Okay, yeah. That's pretty nice. I should have seen that. That was a nice move if I had seen it. So I just took here. I'm still -8, so that's good. So now I did take. Oh no, I took with the bishop. Because it's funny. It doesn't recommend taking with a pawn. I was worried like if he had some discovery. Like I don't know. This might be a move too. Yeah. So now it suggests bringing the bishop back. Strange. And if takes bishop, oh, coming from another angle. Wow. If he plays here, oh wow, this is crazy. Knight g4. I believe the threat is queen h2 mate. So now takes, defend h2, sacrifice. Doesn't even recommend taking. Taking leads to mate. So check. King into a corner, and then give up the queen to stop mate. Wait a minute. Wait, what's the point of this move? Let's just... This is mate in 1, okay. What if he goes... Yeah, just queen takes, okay. But anyway, check. Takes. Don't even take the queen. You will on the next move. Okay. Pretty neat. If you're watching, please type in the chat as usual. That was a nice mating attack. Yeah, but I thought taking with the bishop would... At least there's no danger here. Yeah, the problem is if he plays here, then this diagonal becomes open. But what else is he gonna do? Because I'm threatening to go here. That makes sense. Okay, yeah, that definitely makes sense. I am threatening to go here. So what else is he gonna do? Okay. If I take with the bishop, it allows him to trade it off. So that's what he did. Takes... I took with the pawn. Taking with the pawn is correct, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Most of this is kind of completely lost. Bishop a3 is recommended. I did not play... Okay, the top move is knight g4. I thought knight d5 was better. I thought he was gonna sack or something like that. But I don't think any of this matters really. Knight f2. Also, queen h6. Try that. It's a fork. I just want to continue this line till it's a mate or something. Queen e2. Queen g5. King h1. And takes. Knight takes rook. And knight takes. It says mate in 15. If he plays knight takes, the rook comes in. Okay, I see. And the threat is bring the other rook in. Okay, well, this king's pretty exposed. 2 exchanges too. I'm up 2 exchanges. That's kind of what happened in this game anyway. Okay, well, I played this, and this is what he played. So takes, I win an exchange, and now this move makes sense. Well, it's all winning. He was wondering what happened if this happened. I think I was gonna play this, but that's obviously not as good because he just takes it. He just trades. Oh, wait, hold on. Queen takes rook. And then rook comes back. Okay, well, I'm still up in exchange with an attack on the king, so still winning. Okay, bishop h. If he takes... Oh yeah, deflection. Oh yeah, he can't take it, or loses the queen. And then he loses the knight. This is interesting. Oh yeah, and the rook comes in. Okay. This... And I have this pawn too. Okay, I don't really need to see the rest. Bishop, okay, interesting, yeah. Well, anyway, I had a plan. It was something like that. But here I just trade everything off. Pawn takes is better. I didn't see the clear continuation. Yeah, this makes sense. This makes sense, I guess. Wait, yeah. Minus 99. Mate in 12. I just want to see how it finishes. Check. Oh yeah, that... Okay. Well, yeah. It's pinned. I could also just... I could just win material here, can't I? Yeah, I can just win material here. With an attack. So anyway, yeah, this game was like I just traded everything, and I don't know. It's not. It's, there's one point where it's easy to go wrong. So I should have paid attention to this passed pawn. There's one point where it's easy to go. I did win this game, but oh, here there's only two moves. Otherwise, white is winning. So I have to play either rook d8 or rook e6. So there's still danger, despite it being so high in terms of computer evaluation. So basically, that was the game. I think since no one's chatting, I'll end the stream. So thanks for watching. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Okay. Alright, goodbye everyone.